This is One-on-One. We are pleased to welcome to the show Regina Andrews-Colette, a school social worker in Belmar School District in Camden County, New Jersey, not to be confused with the other Belmar in Monmouth County.
Right.
Describe your school district.
My school district is a pre-K to 8 district with approximately 1,200 students. We have a range of ethnicities in our student, a range of learning needs, and it's a great place to be.
And you're part of our Classroom Close-Up initiative we're doing in cooperation with the New Jersey Education Association. There's something called the Village Shop we're about to see that you had a big hand in creating. Bottom line is this, before we set up the video, you've been a school social worker for a few years?
22 years.
You got into it because?
Dr. C. Everett Koop came to Pennsylvania Hospital to do grand rounds. He was retiring as the Surgeon General, and he asked us, who were all working in mental health, if we understood the dynamics of poverty. And when we started to raise our hands for each point that he was covering, he said, why are you here? You need to be in the schools doing primary intervention. And because I worked in Philadelphia, they didn't have school social workers, but I lived in New Jersey. And I said, I think he's talking to me. So I applied for certification. I got it within 3 weeks. And lo and behold, in March, in the Courier Post, there was an opening for a school social worker. I applied. I called on Monday, I got the application Tuesday, Wednesday I carried it over, I got a call Wednesday afternoon for an interview. Thursday I interviewed, the following Friday the superintendent offered me the position.
Rest is history. You're about to see, it is, we're going to talk about that just a little bit, something called the Village Shop. It's a powerful video, it's only 3 minutes, but it's going to have an impact on you. And Regina's had a big part in making this happen. She saw a need, that's all I'm going to say. She saw a need in her school district. And she responded. Some people see things and they just talk about it and they complain. Regina responded. Let's take a look.
Let's do the math. Let's do it one more time. We can do it together.
When you think of a village shop at a school, what may come to mind is shopping to find things that your child needs. That's one component of the village shop at Bell Oaks Upper Elementary. But there's so much more. It's also a parent learning center that includes English language learning. This helps parents whose English is their second language break down barriers and feel more comfortable with their children's school.
Period. Thank you.
The Learning Center equips parents with the skills they need to help their children.
Does everyone have this at home? You get it in the very beginning of the school year, right?
From learning about upcoming happenings in school, to checking their child's grades, to setting up an email account. There are also seminars about raising children. Today's seminar is about recognizing signs of domestic violence in the house.
We know that in a relationship, our kids, as you said, are watching us, and they are going to learn from us. We're the first and best teachers of our children.
The Village Shop is an opportunity for people to come in from our various populations to get their needs met on different levels. One of the components we have, which is a really large piece for me, is the clothing center. We have some families that live over in the motel, and the little girls are size 6 and 8. Can you all find me some things for those kids?
Yeah.
Okay. Long sleeve or whatever, something that's going to be warm.
It feels really good that we're helping all different kids, even adults, finding clothes for them because people can't afford everything, and it's just a really good feeling.
Look around because there are some empty hangers that you can reuse.
Right now, things are kind of tough in my family, so I was able to get a coat for my daughter, which I could not have afforded otherwise. The teachers here had seen when the parents were coming in the wintertime that they would be wearing sweaters, and they would notice as the colder months went on, they were still wearing sweaters, and that's when Miss Regina realized that there was a need in the community. So that's when this all started. She asked me to come and help, and I did.
I would encourage every school district to reach out to the population they serve. Think about some needs they may have, spoken or unspoken, visible or invisible. Find a way to enrich the lives of those people who really are not maximizing their potential. so that they can begin to have a dream and a goal realized.
How rewarding?
Yes.
Big time?
Big time. It's at the point now when the children are beginning to struggle academically. When you ask the parent to come in, they're coming in for the meetings. Prior to our intervention in our program, we would send letters in Spanish, whatever. We would hear nothing. Now we have the parents coming in. We have the parents actually feeling comfortable enough to come and spend time in the classroom. Even if they're reading in Spanish to the children, they are part of the community. They're definitely feeling welcome. They're feeling not isolated anymore, feeling included.
Let me ask you a question. I often think that, I know this doesn't sound very profound because I wasn't the first one who thought it, definitely not the first person to say it. We're so much a product of what we come from and where we come from. You came from South Philly.
Yes, I did.
Your mom said something to you growing up in terms of what she thought your future might be or might not be. Do you remember it?
Oh, yeah.
What'd she say to you?
My mother said to me that I probably wouldn't live to be 21 years old. Even though I went through Catholic high school, I played cello, I had goals. I thought I had goals, but when my mother said, "Oh, you're not going to be anything," probably a reflection of what she felt about herself. I actually did not believe that I was going to be anything until I had my 22nd birthday. And then I said, you know what, I'm still alive. She doesn't know everything, because your primary influence is your parent. And if you continue to hear things, then you can become that self-fulfilling prophecy of not having a goal. But then after that, my bulb blew up, and I said, wow, I've always helped people. I've always been that kind of person that was always involved doing something with someone. I said, I'm going to become a social worker. One of my friends had a grandparent, who was the first garbage lady I had ever seen. She would walk around with a shopping cart, and I said, why does your grandmom do that? She said, I don't know. So we went to the state hospital to see her grandmom. There was a whole ward full of people. And I said, there's got to be some explanation of how this happened. So in that back of my mind, I knew that this was something I wanted to explore. So once I turned 22 and I realized that my mother didn't know everything, this was time for me to build my life, I knew that I was going to become a psychiatric social worker. And that's what I did. I've got an associate's in mental health and a bachelor's and a master's in social work.
Finally, how rewarding is your work?
I love my work. I love my job. I do not consider my employment anything other than just the love of my life. It's a dream. I have many populations that I serve, difficult parents who maybe some of the administrators can't get along with. They come to me because I know how to reach out to them. Coming from South Philly, you can get a lot of skills.
Yeah, I agree. And we're proud to have you with us, and we're very proud of the work you do. Regina, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're good.
You going to come down South Philly?
If I can find my way, I will.
You want to come down to Belmar? Why don't you come to Belmar one time?
The real Belmar, yours.
Come on down.
You got a deal.
Okay.
All right.
Would you come down?
You're scaring me. You know I'm going to do it. Yes, you got a deal. I'm going to do it.
Did you all hear that?
All right, she's got me on camera saying,
Okay.
I'm going to do it. I said yes.
Okay.
Can I say goodbye to the camera?
Say goodbye to the camera.
We'll be back after this. I got to work out a deal right now to go to Belmar down in Camden County. I'll be right back.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding has been provided by the New Jersey Education Association, Wells Fargo, the Adler Aphasia Center, PSE&G, the law firm of Gibbons PC, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, Bloomfield College. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been produced in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System.